What's up, everyone? We are on to the 10th shelf of my drama section now, starting off with Grad. I saw the trailer to this movie in another movie that I had bought and looked very interesting, and it was very interesting. I know she was on Gilmore Girls, I believe, so I didn't think she would really be able to carry a movie on her own, but she does very well in this one. Definitely worth checking out if you haven't seen it before. Then we have the Age of Adeline. I saw the trailer to this and it, really got my attention. It looked really, really good. Very interesting. And it took me forever to find this at a local thrift store, but I eventually found it. Very happy I did. Very, very solid movie. Then we have Definitely Maybe. Ryan Reynolds does extremely well in this movie, as does everyone else. Fantastic movie. So definitely check this one out. Then we have Beyond the Lights. Good movie about fame and how it affects you and all that type of thing and the people around you. Very, very well done. Check it out if you haven't seen it before. Then we have The Joneses with Demi Moore and David Duchovny. I wasn't sure what I was going to think of this movie because I saw the other Keeping Up with the Joneses first, and I loved that movie, so I thought this one wasn't going to be as good. It's a different kind of movie, but it is exceptionally good. You definitely have to check this out if you haven't seen it before. I was actually surprised at how good it was. Then we have Safe Haven. Great movie. Great story. You kind of didn't know what was going on as far as her past and all that stuff until you got partway into the movie. Definitely worth checking out if you haven't seen it before. I wouldn't say it was better than Dear John, but it was still really good. Then we've got Trouble with the Curve. Clint Eastwood's amazing in this movie, as is Amy Adams and Justin Timberlake. Amy Adams doesn't, she seems to bring everything she's got to every movie she does. An amazing actress. And Justin Timberlake is pretty underrated as well. But if you like sports and you like drama, check this movie out. Then we have Dances with Wolves. This was the first time I actually watched this movie. I thought it was going to be one of those long 3-hour slow movies, and it actually turned out to be extremely, extremely good. I'm starting to get more and more impressed with Kevin Costner the more of his older movies that I see. Absolutely amazing. Then we have October Sky with Jake Gyllenhaal and Laura Dern. Great movie. Jake Gyllenhaal does fantastic. Chris Cooper also amazing in this movie. There's slow points in the movie where it kind of drags, but the overall story keeps you hooked. So definitely check this out if you haven't seen it before. Then we have The Best Man. This is one of my more favorite, probably in the top 5 of my favorite romantic comedy movies. Love this movie. Love the cast. You could tell they were all 100% committed to this movie and their parts. Great group of actors. Very underrated. Check this out if you haven't seen it before, for sure. Then we have The Best Man Holidays. Again, fantastic. Same cast. Everyone returns with a few additions even. And I actually enjoyed this one even more than the first one. One of those rare things where the sequel I thought was better than the original. And then I was also a huge fan of The Best Man final chapters on Peacock. check that out also if you have not seen it before. It's a TV series, obviously not a movie, so it'll be a little different than these and a little bit more slow paced, but the story is very in depth. Then we have Burlesque. Not a huge fan of musicals, but this one surprised me. I was very happy to have gotten this. I saw the trailer to it and it looked interesting, and I thought I'd give it a chance, even though, like I said, I hated musicals, and I was happy this proved me wrong. Then we have Meet Joe Black. Again, with the length of this movie, I'd never seen it before. I thought it was going to be a kind of a slow mover, but it is exceptional. This is a great movie. Trading time for showing death what life is like is a great idea. Can't say enough good things about this movie. Then we have The Time Traveler's Wife. Another great movie. Rachel McAdams and Eric Bana do phenomenal in this movie. Very sad at points. I mean, if you haven't seen this movie, you're kind of living under a rock, I think. So check this out if you haven't seen it before. Then we have Crazy Stupid Love. Steve Carell and Ryan Gosling do absolutely phenomenal in this movie. Their on-screen chemistry as far as jokes and how their characters interact is phenomenal. Emma Stone does great. Even Julianne Moore does okay. This movie I wasn't expecting to be as good as it was. And this movie, especially with the twist at the end, was wow. Then we have Love and Other Drugs, another great romantic comedy movie. I'm a huge Anne Hathaway fan, and Jake Gyllenhaal does fantastic in this movie as well. So definitely worth checking out just on the cast alone. Even if you don't like the premise of the movie, the cast will get you there. Then we have Morning Glory with Rachel McAdams and Harrison Ford and Diane Keaton. A movie I wasn't expecting a lot out of, and it was hilarious. You have to check this out. Harrison Ford playing a straight-laced character. Rachel McAdams is great. Definitely a fun watch. Definitely a different type of story than you're used to seeing. Check it out. Then we have Playing for Keeps with Gerard Butler. I'm trying to get all of Gerard Butler's movies, and this one I don't believe it was in the theater, and if it wasn't in there for very long. But it is way different than what Gerard Butler usually makes. Gerard Butler usually kind of does those old school kind of action movies. So to see him in a movie like this is very refreshing, and he does a really good job at it as well. Also a big Dennis Quaid fan who also delivers in this movie. So if you're looking for a lesser known title, definitely check this one out. Then you have a classic, The Wolf of Wall Street. Great movie. As far as Wall Street type movies go, I still don't think this holds a candle to Wall Street, but it is a phenomenal movie. Leonardo DiCaprio does amazing in this movie. Deserved every award it got, and then some. So definitely check this out. Then we have The Upside. This movie also surprised me. I was not expecting much out of this movie. And it is probably one of the best movies I saw all of last year, because it was the first time I had watched it. And Bryan Cranston and Kevin Hart, I would have never thought in a serious kind of movie that they would ever bounce well off of each other, but they really do. Then we have Brown Sugar. Another fantastic movie. Just like The Best Man and The Best Man Holidays, one of my favorite go-to kind of romantic comedy movies. And the director is one of the reasons why, too. He always makes phenomenal movies. So, definitely check out some of his other work. If you've seen Brown Sugar but haven't seen his other work, Worth checking out. Then we have How Stella Got Her Groove Back. Another fantastic movie. I guess it was based off of a book, which I didn't know. But, you know, Whoopi Goldberg in here was fantastic. Same with Regina King. You know, not a huge Angela Bassett fan, but she does fantastic in this movie. You know, so this was one of those surprise movies I saw on Netflix, and I was like, oh, you know, I found it at a Goodwill for $2 and snatched it up. Then we have Something New. Focus features movies always make me a little nervous just because they're more art house than actual movie related. But this one was actually extremely good. You know, amazing cast. Big love Donald Faison. He's great in this movie. You know, definitely worth checking out if you haven't seen it before. It's a lot better than you'd think it would be. Then we have What's Your Number with Anna Faris and Chris Evans. This movie was awesome. I absolutely love this movie. Chris Evans plays a character like you didn't think he would be. He was kind of an asshole in this movie, but he pulled it off so well. And Anna Faris being Anna Faris, you know, she always kind of plays the same character. But oh man, this will have you on the floor laughing. Then we have That Awkward Moment. This movie, I was not expecting much. I saw the trailer and it looked interesting, and it turned out to be phenomenal. Zac Efron, Miles Teller, and Michael B. Jordan are amazing as the main characters in this movie. Can't say enough good things about them. All of them very talented, and they prove it here. You know, this was before all of them made it big. But check this movie out for sure if you have not seen it before. Then lastly on this shelf, we have Jobs with Ashton Kutcher. Great movie. Ashton Kutcher does an amazing job playing Steve Jobs. I have not seen the Michael Fassbender one. It's in my pile of movies I still have to watch. Leave comments down below if that one is better than this version, if you've seen them both. But yeah, this was an absolutely fantastic movie. Great cast, well acted, well directed. The whole shebang right here. That will do it for this shelf. If you like content like this, please like and subscribe. Your support is much appreciated. Otherwise, until next time, have a good day, guys.